On the last episode, I spent some mindful, reflective moments on the roof of my narrowboat home, and also out in nature. I experienced some close encounters with the local wildlife, and not just during the day, but also at night. And coming up on this episode, it's that time again to move home. So I'm heading along the canal to stay in a marina for the very first time. And it's all hands on deck to save our friend's boat from sinking.
One morning, Jazz rang me up and says, "Have you got Richie's number? His boat's sinking." It had taken on a lot of rainwater, and for some reason it just started going down. It was all moored up, and by the time I got there, it must be 3 foot of water inside the boat. It actually started going in the hatch. So it was a big challenge to sort of like, how do we rescue this boat? How do we save it? You know, Rich was on his way down. Managed to get a few pumps. A local farmer passing by said he had a pump. We got his pump, and we got a generator off another boater, Brian, who was on the same mooring as Jazz, and got this big team together. Dee, she set up a little canteen area because it was going to be a long day. And we needed more than 2 pumps. The 2 pumps were slowly moving the water, but at such a slow pace. Anyway, Rich went and purchased a brand new pump, and once we got the 3rd pump working, that was it. The water was coming out, it was great.
And by the end of the day, Rich's boat was floating on the surface again. And a few weeks later, he was back out enjoying cruising the canal.
I'm just going to turn the boat around in a few minutes, and I'm going to go back up that way, and I'm heading to a marina called Lyme View. And it's the first ever time that I've actually been into a marina. I'm going to go in for a bit of a short stay, so it's going to be quite interesting. So I'm coming up to a winding hole now, and it's actually spelt winding hole, but it's pronounced winding hole, and it's where we turn the boats round, because as you can see, the canal is quite narrow. You do a 3-point turn in a car. Here we do it not always in 3 turns, but we'll see how we go. That lovely sun's coming out, that's fantastic. It did start raining about 10 minutes ago, and but there we go, it's turning out okay. This actual winding hole was actually a wharf. During the mining industry, the coal mining industry, just in front of us through that woodland, there used to be a tramway coming all the way down from the coal mine, from the quarry. And they used to load up down here in front of the boat, all the barges. Just be careful that I don't get too close. We don't want the rudder hitting the side and bending. I think we'll do it in this turn actually. So is that 3? It is possibly 3 turns. That's really good. I generally do it in about 5 or 6 usually, so done very well. But it is a big winding hole anyway. Straighten her up now and head straight back down the canal where we've just come from. Let's get to Lyme View Marina. So we just got round the corner to go under the bridge, and then the marina will be on our right hand side. And I've been told by the manager of the marina that we need to go to the second entrance, and we're going to be mooring up to a boat called Iron Maiden. The reason I'm taking the boat there is that I'm actually going away for a few days or so, so it's just for security. At least I'll know the boat's safe, and it's going to be a new experience because I am going to stay there tonight, sleep on board in the marina. So this is the beginning of Lyme View Marina. This is the winding hole we're just going past right now. So now we've got to just find this entrance into the marina. Yeah, something makes me think that the guy or whoever lives on that boat, Iron Maiden, I know what type of music they might be into. Definitely the next entrance. We've got a bit of a wind as well, that might be a bit difficult for me, but we won't know until we get there, will we? This is very, very narrow. Very narrow. I think we're doing very well here so far. Bit of a breeze there. I have to go that way a bit. Ooh, it's a bit of a bump, that one. I've got my fenders down, so we're alright, aren't we? If we bump anybody. How are we doing? Alright. Do you want middle line or the back one?
Oh, but I don't want me to take the middle.
Middle.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all right here. Wow. We're there, aren't we? Yeah. Brilliant, in the marina. And no big mistakes really, so all went well. Cool. With help from these guys, of course, as well.
Although I was away for a few days, I did spend a couple of nights on board, and it was very peaceful. In fact, not a lot of people about. And even my neighbour, Iron Maiden, seemed to be unplugged and silent. And even in a marina, nature provides entertainment. The hypnotic ripples of light and reflective colours on the water. And I was treated to a glorious sunset. And then, of course, there's the local wildlife. It's been a short stay, and I've had a taste of marina life. And although it's been a okay experience, this northern soul within me reminds me that I'm a free spirit, and I'm ready to set sail and get out back on the open canal, start cruising up and down. That's where I really belong. When I first arrived at this marina, it was quite a challenge getting in. A fellow boater had tipped me off before I set off and said, it's a bigger challenge going out. When you go through that entrance, you have to keep going straight across towards the other side of the canal without bumping it. I judged it wrong, a little bit too fast. Ouch! Quite a bump. In fact, I think I had 3 bumps. And then the wind got hold of me and started pushing me into the side.
Whoa, I'll tell you, that was quite a challenge coming out of that marina. It's really narrow, that gap, and when you get out, you don't really have enough room to turn. You have to actually touch the front of touch the actual canal side, you know, the towpath side, and then spin it round. But what happened there was the wind was also pushing me into the side of the canal. So, gosh, I'm so pleased you don't have to do that every day. But it's been lovely stopping there, and I'm very grateful to the manager, Darren, at Lyme Marina. Thank you, Darren. Thank you for looking after me, and when I wasn't there, looking after the boat. Lots of lovely people as well at the marina, really friendly. I'm just going to chill out now and relax and enjoy the journey to wherever next.
A big shout out to some viewers. Dee on Narrowboat Doris, and a couple I recently met, Tracy and Ian. April showers. Well, okay, a bit more than a shower, but all the experience of feeling cold and wet, it's only temporary, and nature's delights will brighten up the day. If you've enjoyed my video, please do subscribe and also click the like button. And also leave a comment. I do read them. And join me on Patreon for extra content and early viewing of all my latest uploads. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Hope you join me again back on board Inspired by Nature very soon.